Hello, my name is Linda. I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm making a small treat bag today. I'm using one of the new designer series papers. This is called In Good Taste. It's really pretty and you get loads and loads of papers in this one. I'm going to be using this wood as my outside of my gift bag. And I'm actually using this because when I was making it earlier in a really pretty patterned paper, you couldn't see my score lines. So I'm using this one now. It started as a 6 by 6 inch piece. I'm working in inches today, but I will give you the centimetre measurements as well. And I've actually cut this at 5 7/8 and it's 6 inches down. Or if you're using centimetres, cut this at 15 centimetres. And we're going to do a lot of scoring, so let's get started. With our 5 7/8 piece at the top, we're going to start scoring. I'm going to score at 1 3/4 inches, 2 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. Then turn just the once and put this on 1 inch, and we're going to score at 1 inch. This is going to be the top of our bag, and then again we're going to score at 1/2 inch, and then completely turn it around. So we're now doing the opposite side. This is going to be the bottom of our bag, and we're going to score at 1 inch. So before I go any further, I should have told you, if you're using a patterned paper, and it does matter which way your paper's going, when you start scoring, you need to have your pattern exactly right as you're looking at it. So your pattern's going to be there, top, bottom, okay? So now we're going to do a little bit of scoring that might be a bit scary, but it really shouldn't be. It's not too scary, really. We want to score in this little rectangle. So we've got a 1 inch rectangle here and one here. I want to score from the top, from this score line here, this horizontal score line, the first one, from there down to about 1/2 inch before we get to the bottom horizontal score line. Hopefully this makes sense. So the score line that we've got here, I want to line that up on a 1/2 inch. So I'm lining that score line up to my 1/2 inch, and then that's going to give me the centre of this. This is a cider bag, gift bag. It's going to give me the centre. So I'm going, because my scoreboard is actually in centimetres, so I'm working in inches and centimetres here. So you want to come down 2 1/2 centimetres, which is about 1 inch where the score line is, and score from there to about 11 centimetres. And that is going to be 1/2 inch from this score line. It's sounding complicated as I'm saying it, it's really not. And then this score line, we want to do exactly the same. So we're going to line that up at 1/2 inch, coming from the second score line down to 11 centimetres, and there we go. I'm hoping you can see that. I think you can. We can now put our scoreboard away. Hooray! We haven't finished scoring. Really sorry about that. We are now going to do a little bit of scoring with our score tool. This is really simple. No need to get scared. We want to score from here to here and here to here. So we're making a triangle, just like this. I'm using my ruler, and I've got a piece of cardboard underneath. So we're scoring from this point to this point. So I'm trying to do this without getting my head in the camera, because believe me, it's been a long time since I've been to the hairdressers. And from here to here. And there we have our triangle, and then we want to do the same on this one. And there we've done all our score lines. all our scoring is finished. So we can do a little bit of burnishing. So we're going to fold and burnish along our score lines. The score lines with the triangle at the bottom, they come in this way. So they're coming in. Don't worry about the little triangle at the moment. The triangles are at the bottom of our gift bag. We're going to do some cutting. So we want to start by, you've got your little tab end, should be on the right side. We want to cut that rectangle at the bottom off, and the one at the top, and then just a little wedge on each side, and this is going to be the tab that holds the bag together. So now we're cutting up from the bottom, and we want to just cut our score lines away. So just cut on each side of our score line. So you've just got a little bit coming off like this. Do that all the way along. Fold those pieces down, and you can just snip these off. So normally when we stick our box together like so, that would be the back. On this occasion, this is going to be the front. So this piece is going to be the back. So we want to cut all the way along this score line and this one, but we want to leave this piece intact. I'm going to cut along here, stopping there, flip it over, cut along here and stop there. And this is going to be the top of our bag. So this piece at the end, we can just chop that off. We do not need it. So don't forget, you can always pause this video and keep re-watching to see what I'm doing, but really it's not that complicated once you've done it a few times. And before we do anything else, I'm going to cut a window. So this is the front of my box, and I want a small window in the front of my box. I'm using one of the stitched rectangles, and I'm just going to pop that in there, go over to my Big Shot and cut that out. You don't need to put one of these in, so if you don't want to, you can just skip this piece. I cut just a piece of, this is just like one of the envelopes that you put your cards in when you made cards, and I'm just going to stick this over my window. You could, if you've got some acetate or anything like that, you can use it. So obviously you need to stick this on the inside. I've cut this, I think it was 1.5 by 3 inches. It just needs to be a little bit bigger than the hole. And obviously you might be using something different. Just before we stick that down, I just wanted to show you a little trick. So if you've got a different die, thinking of doing a different shape or whatever, the trick is to get your tab, put it over the front of your box, and your die needs to be smaller so that this is not poking through the window. You don't want to be able to see that tab. So you could either have a smaller die, or you could even cut a little bit of this off. So let's just stick this down. I've run some double-sided tape all the way round. I'm just going to take the back off and then just stick my piece of clear film over the top. There we go, and there's our window. Next, on the outside of your little bag, I'm going to put some double-sided tape along here. I'm going to flip this over. So we've now got the inside of our bag. Keep calling it a bag and a box. I'm going to put some double-sided tape in here. I'm going to take this off. And we're going to fold that over and stick that down. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. Let's come in a little bit there. So I want to cut just a strip off of here. So this is the bottom of it. So I'll just cut about this much up to our score line. Don't want to go beyond that. I've not gone quite up to it. So we've got this piece. Turn it round, do exactly the same on the other side. So I'll just cut a strip off of here. There we go. And then we need to cut those pieces off. So I fold it all back and then you can cut that off nice and neatly. Have to keep checking to make sure I'm still in camera. Cut that piece off there. Right, so nearly finished. So I want to take the back off of the double-sided tape off of here, take the release paper off, and then we want to fold this down. It should fit. There we go. And then we're going to put the bottom down. So this is the front, so put the sides down, and then the back, and then the front like so. So this is the back, so I'm going to put this one down first. And then close this up. You can turn that over and push it down. So now we can pinch these corners. And now to finish, I'm going to put some more double-sided tape on your little flaps here. And then when you've filled your little treat bag, you fold this down like so. You can turn it over and take off your release paper and stick that down. And then you've got a really pretty little treats bag. It is quite small, but we are only using 6x6 paper. Now this is the sample that I made earlier, and the paper's really pretty. It looks really nice, but as I said, you couldn't see my score lines. I've done a little bit of decoration here using the birds and branches dies. I have been thinking about making these slightly larger, so watch out, there might be another video coming out. And these are really cute bags, and they'd be great for Christmas or for Halloween. You could fill these with, put some little bags of sweets in, whatever you want to use them for really, and you can decorate them however you want. You don't have to put the window in, you could put somebody's name on the front, put a tag on. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you didn't find it too confusing. I will try, if I remember, to put the measurements on my blog. If I don't do that, send me a comment, remind me to do it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.